Hi, my name is Brittany Singh, and today I'll be presenting my community assessment project in the current city that I reside in, which is La Mirada. Without further ado, let's begin. Just a brief overview on La Mirada, beginning with our population. We have about 48,000 people living in La Mirada. 46.16% are white, following Asian, Hispanic, and African American. The age population in La Mirada is primarily 18 to 64 years old, and our primary language is English, following Spanish. Some of the establishments that La Mirada provides are parks, such as Creek Park, the Activity Center, which hosts weekly physical activities that strengthen the mind and body for all ages. They also have a cafe called Cafe on the Green, which offers nutritional balanced hot lunches for seniors on weekdays. And then we have our gymnasium that offers sports, fitness, and dance. Moving on to social services and organizations, we have our churches, Beatitudes of Our Lord Church, which hosts the Good Sam Pantry. Good Sam Pantry is an organization that provides fresh and canned foods for families and individuals in need. Following our farmers markets, which hosts vendors that sell best produce, packaged artisan, and ready-to-eat specialty foods. We then have our Meals on Wheels, which is an organization that cooks, packages, and delivers fresh, ready-to-eat meals for individuals in need. Following our community event, Stroll in the Park, which is an event where everyone gathers together and mingles, enjoys some music, and vendors share their cultural backgrounds by sharing healthy foods. And we have our health fairs, which offer health screenings, health and wellness organizations, and education on housing, overall education, safety information. They also provide boxed healthy lunches, and transportation is available. The community health issues here in La Mirada are physical activity and food insecurity and ability to access. La Mirada guidelines for physical activity for primarily adults, and I'm only focusing on the adults, are aerobic activities, so either participating in vigorous activity for at least 75 minutes a week or moderate activity for at least 150 minutes a week, and muscle straightening activities 2 or more days a week. Only 34% of the population is actually meeting this goal, and since exercise and nutrition go hand in hand, a small percentage in La Mirada do struggle with purchasing healthy, nutritious foods. Now, relating this issue globally and to the United States, in the United States, physical inactivity is a common issue. According to the CDC, about 25% of adults in 2019 reported no leisure time physical activity. Breaking down the states from higher to lower prevalence in physical inactivity, the southern states rank the highest and the western states rank the lowest. Physical inactivity is a significant global health concern. The World Health Organization reported that more than 25% of adults worldwide were not meeting the recommended levels of physical activity in 2018. In the United States, food insecurity is monitored by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA. The USDA reported that in 2019, 10.5% of U.S. households were food insecure at some point during that year. Food insecurity is also a global challenge. The Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, estimated that in 2030, nearly 670 million people, or 8% of the world population, will be undernourished. How does this relate to the monetary estimated costs? The economic costs of physical inactivity include healthcare expenditures related to conditions such as obesity, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. Inactive individuals often incur higher medical costs than those who engage in regular physical activity. There are also indirect costs such as productivity losses and decrease on-the-job performance associated with health issues related to the physical inactivity. According to the World Health Organization, almost 500 million people will develop heart disease, obesity, and diabetes, or other diseases attributed to physical inactivity between 2020 and 2030, costing the U.S. $27 billion annually. The economic costs of food insecurity include healthcare costs associated with nutrition-related health problems such as diabetes and other chronic conditions. Productivity losses can result from the impact of poor nutrition on cognitive development, educational attainment, and workforce productivity. Healthcare costs associated with food insecurity in California alone is more than $2 billion. Now, in La Mirada, there are many resources to assist the community members to enhance their physical activity and aid in healthy food consumption. La Mirada provides all the resources that positively affect the community to achieve these goals. So what are the primary problems? Well, they are awareness, engagement, safety, and technology literacy. Although La Mirada distributes a physical seasonal newsletter that provides information ranging from community events and updates, joining community organizations, physical activity and nutrition resources, etc., not all the individuals within the community take the time to read and become familiar with the resources available to them. La Mirada also provides a link to view the newsletter online. The problem is many individuals living in the community are older adults, and many are not well versed in technology. In regards to engagement, there's a lot of hesitancy in the La Mirada community post-COVID-19 pandemic, as well as a lack of motivation. And then safety. Many have underlying medical health conditions and are afraid and hesitant in exercising in public places due to primarily smoking. Individuals have expressed concerns of exercising in a public park in the early mornings and would like if more police roundings were made to ensure the parks are safe. So taking on some of the resources in La Mirada, some enhancements I would make are working with the mayor of La Mirada and other members of the La Mirada Council to develop signages for smoke-free parks and more police roundings to ensure everyone is safe while trying to work out. La Mirada does have a transportation service to help transport senior citizens and individuals with disabilities to places. However, adding phone numbers to call instead of making only online requests will give options for the senior population. In regards to what can advanced practice nurses do to impact the community, I'm mostly focusing on nurse practitioners and nurse educators. Nurse practitioners, they can conduct health assessments, develop community-specific interventions, and collaborate with other healthcare professionals, like nurse educators. For physical activity, nurse educators can develop and implement community-based educational programs, highlighting the importance of regular physical activity by hosting seminars, workshops, and fitness classes. They can partner with local organizations to facilitate access to physical activity resources. They can organize joint events and programs to encourage the community motivation and engagement. They can also provide training on cultural competence to understand and address diverse community needs, and then tailoring those physical activity programs that are culturally sensitive and inclusive. Finally, they can advocate for policies that promote safe and accessible public spaces for physical activity, such as walking and cycling paths. For food insecurity, they can create educational initiatives that raise awareness about nutrition, healthy eating habits, available community resources to combat that food insecurity. They can also ensure cultural competence in nutrition education, recognizing the diverse dietary preferences and cultural considerations when designing interventions. Now, the plan that I hope to achieve, and that I will achieve actually, is forming an additional resource wherein volunteer nurse practitioners, nurse educators, and nutritionists will focus on resources that La Mirada already has available. With collaborative efforts of the diverse healthcare team, nurse educators will provide knowledge and skills to empower individuals to adopt healthier lifestyles, and nutritionists will offer specialized guidance tailoring dietary recommendations to meet individual needs and address specific health concerns. This resource will create a comprehensive approach that addresses both physical activity and nutritional choices. These pamphlets will be available both in English and Spanish for the public to read outside of grocery stores, senior living facilities, libraries, churches, etc. And then here we have the following resources La Mirada provides, but I want to focus on our goal here. By the end of 2024, 50% of adults in the La Mirada community will meet the fitness guidelines originally set consistently and improve on maintaining balanced nutrition. Now, in conclusion, both La Mirada and our goals both enhance physical activity in general, but our goal is mostly going from 34% of the population following La Mirada guidelines for physical activity to 50% by the year 2024. We also both wanted to educate and promote healthy food choices to all those living in the La Mirada community, not only just promoting, also maintaining that balanced, healthy nutrition. The challenges that we both faced were public hesitancy, awareness, safety, engagement, and technological literacy. In speaking about progress due to efforts made to improve community awareness through the use of the distribution of pamphlets, community events, and word of mouth, public engagement is foreseen to improve. However, this is still a work in progress. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. The following are my references, and then at the back is my outline for the project. Thank you so much.